Welcome into our overtime segment here at SportsSource.tv. Appreciate you sticking around. Vince Ferrara, Bob Hodge, Chuck Cavaleris here. This segment brought to you by Jinx Logos. You can see the shirt that Chuck is wearing, or Chuck's shut. There's Chuck's shirt. They do great work, and if you're trying to promote your brand, your business, get in touch with Jinx Logos. They do great work, and it's incredibly less expensive than you might think. Jinx Logos. All right. This week, LSU Athletic Director Joe Alleva said that he could see a day coming when LSU, in order to get fans out to the stadiums, LSU could sell beer at Tiger sporting events. And I know that, LSU fans, they need some alcohol down there. They don't have enough of it. But if Tennessee could swing that, would it help with attendance? Would it help with the fan experience at Neyland Stadium, at Thompson Bowling Arena, if Tennessee could actually sell beer?
Yes. I think it would help Tennessee as far as fan attendance if they could sell beer. Now, does it help with your overall experience of the game? Everybody who's been to Neyland Stadium has probably sat with somebody who didn't buy beer legally, but they brought in their own whatever. I don't know if it helps with your fan experience, but I think it probably would help get people out there, and it's going to make you more money. It's just another product that you can sell at your concession stand. It's going to make you more money.
Okay.
I just wonder how you can, if you can effectively legislate that. Well, number one, get it passed where you can do it. Number two, with the whole underage, drinking thing, when with that being a large segment. But with the advent of these luxury suites, guys, I mean, the booze is flowing in there, and it's not just beer. So you've got a double standard, and I hear that all the time from people. The tailgates are going great, and then you get into the game, and then everything runs dry. So I think it's definitely worth looking at.
I thought UT pushed it with their new heroin box, but Vince, your thoughts on beer at UT games?
Well, my first thought is what Bob said, and that's people want to be able to drink beer at a sporting event so they would enjoy it and they would enhance their experience. But is that going to take away from the other people that don't want to deal with that?
Right. Don't want it poured down their back accidentally.
Yeah. and then policing it too. Yeah, okay, this person's 21. The four people that he's with are under the age, so you get a sip here and then that person gets out, and then it could really cause a lot of problems. And then also the fact that Neyland Stadium, the seats there, you're so crammed as it is, you start getting alcohol flowing through a lot more people. We know it's happening already, but a lot more people, that's going to make it even worse for the fan experience or people around those that are drinking, I think.
Or you just get so drunk you don't notice that you're
or they don't make it to their seats.
That's right. They never make it to their seats.
They got more room.
One thing I thought was interesting, and you guys didn't bring this up, for those that would be concerned that you're going to have more drunken fistfights in the stands or anything, West Virginia, of all places, and if there's any place that's rowdier than LSU, it's West Virginia. They started beer sales a couple of years ago, and according to the Associated Press, the police had fewer calls, fewer arrests, fewer citations on game day than they did pre-selling of beer at Mountaineer sporting events, which surprised me a little bit. Because I think a lot of people, their first thought when you're saying, yeah, we're going to add beer to the mix would be, oh gosh, this is going to lead to bad stuff.
Right.
I'm a little surprised that the numbers at West Virginia for 1 year at least suggest no, that's not the case.
Well, maybe that's where Joe Alleva got it, because I think he understands that those West Virginia fans are maybe the next closest thing to the LSU fans. That's a surprising number. That would make a case towards
Well, and the concerns about underage buying beer. I mean, you go to NFL games, you go down to college games, like you said, in other areas. I just don't think I think that can be handled. I think that right now you've got season ticket sales this year at UT are going down. How many people buy a season ticket because they can buy a beer? Probably not that many, but you've got to try something to turn it around, or Neyland Stadium eventually is going to have 50,000
and see, I can
people
see trying something. I just don't know if beer sales is it. And I'd say you have to be really careful, too, at the difference between a noon kickoff and a 7:30, 8. When people are already lubed up for those night games, you got to be careful if they come in already hammered.
That'd be one of those where they cut off sales in the end of the third quarter and all that stuff. But man, some of those LSU games need to do it at the end of the first quarter. I think you hit on the key, though, and that is it's not only putting butts in seats, it's putting cash in your athletic department. And I wonder if Dave Hart thinks he could finagle this, work it out, get it done, if he wouldn't be sitting there saying, yes, please, we'll do that, because they're looking for any way they can to make cash right now.
Well, he's got the tax situation too. They're trying to figure out at UT, so he's got some other.
Maybe the city
hurdles.
would raise the entertainment tax on him again.
Yeah, I mean, I think
We're
that
going to 20%. We want some of your beer money.
it's not the top. I shouldn't be the top priority, but I think cell phone coverage is an issue in there in terms of the fan experience. There's other things, obviously, but I think that's one that could enhance the fan experience and also bring in the revenue.
All right. Thank you all. Thank you, and we'll see you next Sunday on the Sports Source on Channel 6, 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you right back here at sportsource.tv whenever I decide to post the show. See you next week.